Earlier this afternoon, High Limit released some important details about their franchise and non-franchise setup for 2026. The bulk of this stuff was not really new, but we see it formalized kind of for the first time, which team gets which payout for next year. We already knew the dollar amounts from the announcement back in March, and once the season ended, it wouldn't have been tough to do the math to line up who gets what. But they did give us this kind of handy graphic that shows everything. They're calling this the High Roller Club, and based on the 2-year average finishes from 2024 and 2025, these are the franchise values for 2026. So what does this all mean? These amounts are effectively the point fund and tow money combined, and these amounts will be paid to teams at regular intervals through the season. In a more traditional setup like High Limit had previously and like the Outlaws have, teams get their tow money through the year, but the point fund cash is distributed at season's end. With the franchise deal, that is no more. As you see here, Rico Abreu's team gets $425,000. The KKR team that was driven by Brad Sweet is $350,000. Clausen Marshall gets $300,000, and so on. With High Limit, gone are the days of racing all season for a point fund that you'll pay in October, November, whatever. Now, these positions and payouts, they shift each year based on the previous 2 years' results. So now when the season starts, you're already going to know kind of what your point fund is. To give you an idea of kind of how this compares to the Outlaws payouts in 2025, here's what that looks like. These numbers are the Outlaws figure, you figure in the point fund, exclusivity bonus, and kind of right about $57,000 for each in tow money. So that left column, that's kind of the total for everything. Point fund, tow money, exclusivity bonus. That $406,000 number at the top should be a pretty damn close approximation of what Big Game Motorsports and driver David Gravel earned this year. That's obviously in addition to their prize money, which SprintCarRatings.com has at just a tick under $600,000. So $1 million year for Gravel. Buddy Kofoid also across $1 million as well. One more note, the Outlaws also pay additional bonuses to the teams for things like social media promotion, video game sales, and the new trading card program. So that money is extra on top of this. I don't know what those figures are, but I just wanted to note that. But as you can see by the top 10 comparison, things are really the most different between the two series for positions 2 through 9. High Limit will pay significantly more for those spots than the Outlaws did this year. And this isn't a direct apples-to-apples comparison, though, because these are the 2026 High Limit numbers, and we don't yet know what the Outlaw numbers are for next year. There are rumors of more being added to the point fund and all of that stuff, but no clarity on it yet. I just kind of did this to give you a better overall picture and context, kind of where these High Limit numbers line up.